it takes us to Final Jeopardy. Today the category is contemporaries. Think about it. Make your wager.
Well, that category means absolutely nothing to me. Welcome to the Final Wager. I'm Keith Williams, and I haven't watched last night's game, Monday's game, because, well, I talk a lot about preemptions that don't make any sense to me. So if there's some pending storm that's 3 days away and they cut in and they say this is what's going to happen in 3 days, then I get kind of mad. But yesterday they had a impromptu memorial service or a rally outside of the Stonewall Inn on Christopher Street in Greenwich Village, and ABC 7 saw fit to cover that, and I totally understand that decision, and nice to see so many people coming together over what was just a horrible, sickening event. Anyway, I guess I'll have to find a copy of that. Obviously recorded the rally, and I forgot to record the 137 session just in case Jeopardy was on there, so I'll try to find that. It looked like I had some work to do because Hunter's score ended with a 1, therefore he probably wagered to cover someone else, so it wasn't a runaway. Tonight, he's got Dana and Zane, and Dana is in position to win this one. It would have been interesting had she gotten that $1,000 daily double, and now she'd be losing by 100. Zane, unfortunately, is going to be out of it here because he's got less than 2,100, the difference between Hunter and Dana. So Dana doubles up, she have 36,000, so we can expect a pretty big wager out of Hunter. 59. If he's wrong, he's going to have, why do you wager with a 100? To whatever that is, 4,200 is it? Yeah, 4,200. So stay above that. That's going to be 13.8. Yeah, and then we can go back and forth, I guess, and change the colors on that. Back to 11. I don't really see the point in this one, but 11.7 and then 96. But really, we're just concerned about the zero cover wagers. In my new setup, I have to reach all the way over here so you can see the top of my head. It's a good thing I don't have a bald spot yet. There's some wood around here. I assume that's made out of wood and not... Yeah, it looks like wood. Let's see, 2,100. So 4 staying to get it right, at least 2,100. If I'm day night stay in this range, I mean, just in case Hunter decides to wager 11.7, it'd be tricky. What happened tonight? Lots of fun stuff. Did we see all the clues? I think so. Alex started off talking about a champion wall, and typically it's not after 4 games. Way more players win their 5th game than any other game in this set. Well, maybe 11th game. I think everyone's won their 11th game who's had the chance to do so. And 13th and 14th. Oh, no, not 14th, but you get the idea. But at least out of a large sample set, I think it's about 41% of players win their 5th game, as opposed to 26 players playing their first game. Maybe it's even higher than 41%. No, it's got to be higher than 41%. Is it 60%? I think it's 60%, actually. 41% for one-time champs. Come back to that.
Here it is.
Better be. It's a terrible category.
In an 1864 letter, he congratulated Abraham Lincoln on re-election on behalf of the working men of Europe. 30 seconds. Good luck.
Working men of Europe. Working men sounds like communism, so I'm going to go with Marx for now. European, that makes sense. I don't know what else it could be. That could be Napoleon III or Disraeli. Maybe Disraeli. But that doesn't make sense. Working men really points too.
Clue, and obviously an easy one. All 3 of you wrote down your responses in about 5 seconds. Zane, we come to you first. You're in a distant third with 1,200. You wrote down who is Marx. Karl Marx, of course. That is correct.
Of course.
And that adds $1,000 to your
Why do you say of course? Never say of course.
18,000. Played very well. She will add to that 18,000. How much?
Okay, not bad.
10,000. She's in the lead with $28,000.
Hunter, we're going to hear a whoa from the audience
here.
here.
Come up with Karl Marx. He did. Did he risk more than 7,900? Oh, yes, he did.
There it is. Called it.
36,001. For now, a 5-day total of $129,002. What a game. What a performance. Thank you, players, and thank you for tuning in. See you tomorrow.
As I was saying, four-time champs are much more likely to win the fifth game than any other spot on the totem pole. And I think it is 60%. I don't know why I said 41%. I think that's just a returning champion wins about 41, 42% of the time. I'll have to rerun those stats soon. But, yeah, it's our third five-time champion in a few weeks. Not bad, and that, I guess, just goes to show how important it can be to be in first heading into Final Jeopardy. And now I want to know who's doing that whoa. Is it John Lauderdale? Is it Rocky Schmidt? Is it Harry Friedman? Is it some guy who just comes in off the street for every taping session just to see a big payday and then maybe spoil the results on the internet? Although I think I would have seen something about Buzzy's run, or at least heard that there is some talk about Buzzy's run, because you hear about all the big champs. You hear about it was on the internet for Ken Jennings. I mean, people knew that he was going to win 38 games when I was taping my TOC, and I actually found out about that on the internet back in 2004 before I even taped in April. And still regret not taking Arthur Gandolfi, who finished third place in my TOC, up on his offer to wager his full $25,000 that there wasn't a 38-time champion waiting in the wings. Anyway, what else do I have here? Breakdancing. Great interview segment by Zane. When I was in college, my freshman roommate was a gentleman from Jamaica who was a really, really good breakdancer, and I went to all his shows being a good roommate. And there was one where I went, and there was an after party in the place where they had dance parties, and I swear to God, I was dead sober, and there was a circle of people standing around doing breakdancing in the middle, as you see at weddings sometimes. And it was kind of awkwardly empty for a while, so I got in there and started, I don't know what I was doing, and everyone knew that I didn't know what I was doing, and one of the guys I most respected in that group was a really cool guy named Mojo. He apparently leaned over to my roommate and said, "What the hell is he doing?" Anyway, it's better to have tried than not to have tried. I guess breakdancing's not for me. I have, I want to talk about the Henry VIII's fifth wife. So that was a good clue, and there's a way to remember, at least that I use, to remember the six wives of Henry VIII. So just K-Jack, like Say-Jack, kind of, and then an extra C at the end. And the nice thing about this is that they're not really last names, but whatever the secondary portion of the name is, it always goes in alphabetical order. So they go from first to last in alphabetical order. So you have Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr. What's its one? Jane? Oh, no. Right. Wait, what am I doing? Jane Seymour. At least where it makes sense, at least where it matters, they always go in order. There's only one Jane, so you really need to remember that. So, Catherine of Aragon, Anne Boleyn, Jane Seymour, Anne of Cleves, Catherine Howard, and Catherine Parr. So, just picking out the fifth one is a matter of picking out the second C, and then Catherine Howard is the middle of those three. Let's see. Try one this way. Try one non-denominational? That doesn't make any sense. It should be an adverb. 17 letters, that's one of those circumstances where actually asking the players to count it out would have been terrible here. Try one non-denominational? Doesn't make sense. Try one non-denominationally? 19 letters. Would have been dinged, because apparently you're supposed to be able to count on the fly. It's a terrible clue. I didn't like Alex giving Dana a second chance on that champion daily double. She said she didn't know. No need to prod her. If Hunter had lost this game, I could see him contesting on those grounds. And, there was one other clue that I had a problem with, which was the thing that appears on page 1 of a art dictionary. I saw the clue and I was like, oh, it sounds like absurdism. Completely forgetting that abstract is a little bit earlier on the fourth letter. Oh well. That was only, what, $1,600? Not a big deal. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. That would have cost me. So, Hunter 125,000-ish, and he'll be back tomorrow. Love to hear your thoughts on who you think the mystery whoa-er is, because he's definitely someone who's there all the time. Anyway, you think of that, and I'll try to find yesterday's game, and either way, I'll be back here tomorrow, right here, on the Final Wager.